Right. It's 9 p.m. where I live. It's been 2 months since I last streamed. Now seems like a perfect time to talk about a Shout Magic speedrun that no one other than me is going to care about. And like I guess one other person. So that's cool. We got the chat, which I don't really have like a convenient place for. Let me see if I can find something to stand my phone up on because I haven't set up the other new table yet. We're Spec Melee. We, shit. Alright, I hope the audio level's fine because I'm not really going to be able to check it. What we are doing tonight is going to be something along the lines, or it's something I haven't done before. It's going to be like a turn-by-turn analysis of the Julia World record run I did back in February. So that should be good. I've got chat up to the side. I'm not necessarily expecting anyone to like barge in and do that since I'm streaming with absolutely no notice after 2 months. All right, it's just hi. I don't. Hey, Paul. How you been? Good. I'm dealing with a really fun set of work burnouts. Have been for 6 weeks, and I had the idea today. Sure, why don't I stream? Because I've been getting a bit of a speed run, or I've been getting a bit of an inch to be pulled like 3 different ways and play games. But I need to finish Final Fantasy 12 first. I don't know. Backlog, weird. But I'm going on vacation in 3 weeks, so that's nice. For now, I just thought it would be nice to stream for a bit, since it's been 2 months and a day. You finally finished Cora and Celeste. I'm assuming just A side. Nice. Hate that chapter. So, what we're going to be doing here tonight, I don't know if you've watched any of my Shadow Magic speedruns in the past. What we are going to do is we are going to sit down and we are going to just talk about what I could have done better here, where I think I did better, because I sort of absent-mindedly watched this while I was doing some lazy work today. I'd like to take a more detailed look at it. I'm gonna go put some socks on, actually. That first I should be a Y. Sorry. But this is Age of Wonders Shadow Magic. It is a 4X game released in 2003. I am the only person who has ever speedrun it for non-IL purposes, and I'm extremely depressed that nobody else runs it because it's so much fun. There's a slightly active modding scene for it, but that's 1.5, 1.6. I play on 1.3, which is vanilla. This is Julia campaign. It's the first campaign of the game. It's not super hard. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it's... Yeah, I'm on the damn page. And I'm pretty sure this world record isn't on there. So, I'm just going to let it play for a little bit. I don't have a ton of commentary on the first one. I can explain it as I go. So here, I guess the first thing is I don't go with the normal setup. All of the campaigns for the first mission provide you like a normal setup for the kind of magic you can expect to get and the passive skills you have. Peacekeeper and For Life are terrible. So we don't run those. Instead, we run one of the best combinations in the game, except for the part where I messed it up. Because the other guy I talked with thought we were trying something different for a consistency booster on the second mission. I haven't looked into it too much, but you don't research combat magic. It doesn't make any sense to go for War Mage, which is like the first thing I do wrong in this run. Other than like moving slow, because this run was done 2 months rust, I think. So here we go air. There are 2 specific spells in Julia campaign that you have to look for in order to well, you need one for sure, otherwise you're just screwed and you have no chance of getting a good time on the second mission and part of the third. And another part of the third that I'll talk about that I went over and discovered a month ago while working with the other guy who's run this game to some capacity. And then haste is the other spell. It's just a really nice consistency booster. So you go air magic. Here you can choose one skill that's good, one that's bad. This is sort of sideboarding off into a speedrun tutorial, if anything. Yes, I am going to sit here and try to sell you on the game for like 2 hours. Or however long it takes to do this shit. There is an objective best skill in the game. It's Explorer. So the way it works is you can choose one of the green skills for free, and then you can choose a red skill, and then another green if you want. If you burn channel points, Paul, please just let me know, and I will make a note of it, because I don't have Twitch chat open. This is just on my laptop. I'm not plugged into my TV with my capture card right now, because I didn't feel like using the shitty card table I got today. So here, you'll see me take Explorer. It's just 20% move speed. I don't think I need to go into too much detail. It's yeah, I thought so. Every single turn you're getting 1.2 turns of movement, and in a speed run that is busted. In general gameplay it is also busted. It is far and away the best passive in the game, because why wouldn't it be? And then I take War Mage, which is a mistake. The other skill I really like to take here is Survivalist. I just think it's really good. It adds consistency in case RNG is terrible on the second strat or on the second map, Julia 2, which is pretty low economy. You're not generally building stuff, but it doesn't hurt to have less negative income. In fact, I think you're positive at the start. I can't remember. But from here, it's just really quick. Next, I think this is me sitting here and yeah, I back out because I was thinking I might have some of the wrong combat stuff set. I didn't. Yeah, if you want to burn something and like choose a speed game or something, um, best race is Nomads. Have you played this game? Uh, or is that just what seems the most interesting to you? Where do I have Nomads? I think I have Nomads between like 5 and 8, probably. 5 and 10. You know of it? Did you know of it before me? You should play it. It was good. The best race in the game at base is Archons with Life Magic Explorer. They have a top tier 4 unit, access to one of the two best magic spheres in the game, being life instead of death. Subgenres. Oh yeah, it's turn based, not RTS. I've been playing the Diablo season a little bit. It's been fun. Um, and then Archons also just have the best tier 3 unit in the Charioteer because it's basically what if you gave the human knight access to a bow and vertigo as like if you gave human knights a bow and holy strike. So stupid. Or maybe it's just magic strike, I can't remember. Oh, interesting. Yeah. um Yeah, same. I'm bad at StarCraft. So here, you can see I look specifically for um, freeze water and haste. I like enchant weapon too, but that's just because it's probably the best. It is the best generic buff spell in the game because it's just straight up like +1 attack. But we don't research that immediately. Instead, we research like we flip everything to research, and then we go immediately to casting specialist 1. Here, Oakleaf helps us research stuff faster. You can see that went from 20 to 14. Yeah. This first turn, this is a really standard first turn. There's really nothing to talk about on this map. Yeah, I think XCOM counts. Obviously could be moving faster, but this is like super scalped. I'm also just noticing the map isn't there for some reason. The archer died here, which I'm cool with. It doesn't really mean too much. It just kind of helps. Here, you want to go to this first hidden elf city. You get 3 units for free. And then here you can split off the Glade Runner. There's a catalyst over here that you can get 150 research points for, which just lets you finish the current research immediately for casting a specialist. This is routed in such a way where you should complete your research like the turn you're ready. It just kind of happened to work out that way. I just like building the library. It speeds stuff up a little, I feel like. Here you can see me looking for the cave. I go in the wrong direction and therefore can't find it. Here I'm grabbing freeze water. It's just a good spell to have. Or actually, it's probably it's the most integral spell to the speedrun because it lets you skip pretty much half the second mission. The idea here is you go underground, you go across. There is a building. There's a city on the other side, which if you bring the Yeti to, it will just join. The city will just join immediately, which helps. Kill the Yeti. This is a replay. This is a YouTube video. This is a run I've already done. If this were an actual speedrun, I would not be talking. Nope. You don't kill the Yeti. That is a big mistake, especially in speedruns. If the Yeti dies, it's a reset. If the Yeti dies, I want to see how you managed it, because not much on this map, especially, like, nothing on this map up this way should kill the Yeti. It's got regen, I think. Yep, basically. Here, you can see it joins. The set of units here is random. I think this was okay. I don't think there's anything so important that nothing in this is a deal breaker, basically. I don't think there's a set of units so bad that you have to reset on this. There's just some that make it faster, if anything. The fast Ice Drake Rider is nice because it comes in a turn early. I spend the next few turns setting up, making sure that I've got everything where I need it to, and here with this Ice Drake Rider, I am setting up for the first AI manipulation, in a sense. Basically, the AI Vorsar, which I think is a Squire in this case, will just sell out more of his army than he needs to, recapturing this watchtower. If you go, can't remember. I don't think he does too much here. I hold for one extra turn. Here you can see me move these back. And then I just hit done. I go. You kind of want to wait for Vorsar to end his turn, but you can see here, you can't actually look that far, but he sends 6 units. So Vorsar, I think, has 6 units left, but it's nothing. This army, 2 Ice Drake Riders, that stack, plus Oakleaf and others can't handle. Basically, I really shouldn't send Oakleaf in there. This could have been done faster. It's like 2 minutes slower than the IL world record, if I remember correctly. I think it's like a 150 by the other guy who's run it. And then it's just a split. It's not really a big issue. There's obviously tons of time to improve here. Like, the routing was a little less than optimal. I like picking up the 2 treemen that are off to the side. I'd have to do a bunch of runs, which I just haven't sat down and done, to see if it's faster or not. Here, go really fast. And then over to Mount Abador. This is the second mission. And here's where things get interesting. Yeah, the first thing I do is I check for shadow walking. Because shadow walking is... this is one of the dumber... Yeah, this is one of the dumbest maps. Basically, because... and you'll see it in a second, you can just invalidate the entire thing, pretty much, by abusing AI triggers, and more importantly, freeze water, which clearly this map wasn't designed around, even with the druids having swimming. I was using like a slightly varied version of this before. It took much longer, but I get that immediately. I take the health because I think that's just what's best available. Um, Nothing super special here. I do this. I'm losing a little money, but that's not too big of a deal. I stack the army, and then from here, I guess I grab enchant weapon. Okay, here's a mistake. I spend way too much time deliberating on that. I just set that archer to guard. Those two druids have a specific job. This part is set properly. Julia, I just cast haste on. It makes her move faster, which is really good because she kind of needs to. Not having like a preset save file, kind of bad. Here, I just run straight to the haste berry tree with them. It's not worth getting it with Julia. It does not provide nearly the same benefit. At least, I don't think so. I'd have to go through and like check all of this. Kind of just haven't. The two skimmers, thankfully, move independently, so I'm able to run through those. Precasting a unicorn is done because it lets you go. The second you get underground, you can activate finger triggers like the next turn or so. It doesn't really matter if you're faster or not with this part specifically. Realistically, you want to try and minimize the amount of time it takes to get Julia down. Here, you get some stuff for free. It puts you back in the green. But yeah, with Survivalist, you definitely get like positive gold income just immediately. Guard with the shard thrower. Yeah, I wish Julia were faster. I need to learn how to like properly scroll these maps. It gets really weird to handle. Like here, you can see me being a bit awkward about it. I'm kind of just cycling movement, setting units up for where I know they need to be. And then this is where like a frustrating set of RNG comes into play. You're kind of just stuck waiting for them. For your wizard. For the AI specifically to act. A mistake here was not setting Oakleaf up immediately. There was no need to risk him here. I do lose a unit, which is a bit sad, because it would be really good to not lose a unit there. Honestly, maybe it would be worth getting C-Spec 2 here immediately. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, if you could get Casting Specialist 2 before this, you could ally with Fangir immediately, activate stuff, and go a turn faster, which probably a few seconds. You ally with Fangir because it lets you cast within his domain, which just speeds stuff up. You can skip an audio trigger That way, um, you get 3 mines there, which doesn't really matter. That's a garrison. You run up to that city because you get a broken hero. And that broken hero is just pretty nice. I tried to trade for mana here, but I can't. This is a really good set of first items, which unfortunately all get wasted on Finger. I try and ask for too much mana. The AI does not have infinite resources, unfortunately. It's quite annoying. Yeah, I get like 140 mana here, which is good. Um, yeah, Bormac unfortunately does have like an audio trigger. Optimizing the mana for this is probably interesting. Um, because it would just, go a lot faster. Um, sure. Um, Sometimes you can just get blocked there, which is really annoying. This mission winds up being like 2 minutes slower than I had, and I think I've done this in like 10 turns before. I think I skipped that one. Maybe. Yeah. Oh no, I moved that back. I had enough gold where I could have traded for some mana here, I suppose. That was a mistake. It gets kind of awkward to like do cast stuff. Putting Julia closer over there for a haste would also probably be a good idea. Um, Here, this is 8-8. It's what I'd consider a pretty good party. I certainly don't think it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. Fun fact, this mission is possible to do on normal with no production, and probably even on hard with no production, just because it doesn't really take a lot to beat this. So it's not really too big of a deal here. I try and minimize the amount of losses I'm going to take by setting my stack properly. Um, I do wait a turn where I probably didn't have to. If I had just left the Rune Master. And then this is just a long set of waiting. Because those don't really do a lot. Here I... actually, no, I don't fuck up this part. No, I do fuck up this part. So I should probably explain why that's a mistake. Because it's really... It's not obvious unless... Or at least I think it's not obvious unless you know mechanics. Shadow magic upon entering combat. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it probably works the same way in Civ. Uses something called the adjacent hex rule. So when combat is initiated, it grabs parties on every hex around the one in which combat was initiated. So that's not the worst thing on the planet. when you're able to use it to your advantage. Here, the AI could use it to kill me. Um, Within the magic vault, so graciously shown in a oh so inconvenient hex right next to this bastard, Bormak, the dwarf here, right here. It's if someone attacked into Bormak, like if there were a set of independents that were capable of attacking into Bormak right here, I would be dead. There is a full stack of 8 in that magic vault, and it probably would have been bad enough that I have to lose like 30 seconds resetting a turn at minimum. Thankfully, that does not happen. I start getting shadow walking because I need that. The gimmick of this game, the Shadowland, is an extra sort of level akin to Underground, except it halves the stats of everything that isn't classified as a Shadow Walker. And I really gave Oakleaf all this extra stuff, and he just died anyways. You can see I lose a town there. We're short a hex. Why did I load that save? Oh, I lost 2 units. That's why. Yeah, mess up. Here, I think here you really want to just try and avoid this AI attack trigger. If you move past it immediately, you're golden. Otherwise, you're kind of just screwed. I think I just take the 1 unit. Yeah, I just take the 1 unit and I go, yeah, that's fine. There, I really should have done something. I should have cast Shadow Walking there. It was definitely the right thing to do. And realistically, I should be trading my mana or my gold for mana so that I have a better reserve set. This part is kind of all about waiting. You need to like hope that Skulkin and such won't kill you. I do lose another unit there, which isn't too big of a deal, all things considered. I just shadow walking the last 2 units in this party because I need it. I really like having 2 stacks of units. You can definitely do it with less. Issue I ran into here was I just kept losing a hero. The surrender is very nice. I just go for a pair of ballistae and hurry them because I've got the gold for it and the town has the population. Skulkin aggro's me. Thankfully, you do not have to put stuff in an order, or you don't have to do stuff in order. Like, Fangir's quest isn't actually a win condition. You don't have to do it. You don't have to beat it. You don't have to clear that magic vault in the middle. That would have screwed me. Here you can see I'm already doing slower than world record. Pretty much here, I probably would have been better off like casting Bless or something. I look for Stone Skin, which I should have tried to get before. I don't make use of the Elven Cloak. I get it, and then I just immediately forget I have it. Or no, looks... Yeah. Yeah, I screw up. I give it to Julia. I don't notice until about halfway through the next mission. And if you have questions, Paul, just holler. Um, Here we get to not Rumberg, whatever it's called. I am glad that this is muted because the raise sound effect is going to be played a lot here, and the raise sound effect is not quiet. Oakthal. There's... Sorry. There's something really, really weird that happens on this map in particular. Under a specific set of conditions that essentially soft locks the game. And I have no idea what causes it. I know that Julia being present in a battle in Oakfall can occasionally cause the game to soft lock. I don't know what causes it. This is entirely tangential and unrelated to the speedrun in like any way, shape, or form. But it's caused by baseness. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I want to just T-pose out when I'm playing Cosmos 2. Which is why I never play Cosmos. Hey, Yuki. It's been a while. Sort of just every unit in here disappears for no good reason. And you gotta restart the game. It only happens when Julia is in this center hex. I've seen it happen once before with the trash pack right over here. A little bit. Else, I'm not sure if that's how you'd like me to refer to you. Us, Aus. I'm not really good with enunciation. Us is the other guy who has run the game. Oz? Yeah, the way I pronounce it is Australia, but yeah, I'll go with Oz. I'll go with Oz. I say it with more of an S than a Z. Like if you were being phonetic about OS, I guess. Okay. Um, what do you miss? The part of the speedrun where I was dog shit. That's pretty much it. Like, feel free to chime in with any notes, any questions, any comments, constructions, criticisms, or anything else beginning with the letter C is something I've wanted to steal from a YouTube channel for a really long time, like years. But I've never really had a chance to. If I ever get into video production, I am so stealing that. So this is with Julia on, is it better to maintain the 4 minutes or the 1.5? 1.5 provided you're able to get everything. So here, get a bad roll. This is a set where I just make a bunch of mistakes in a row. I get really greedy. I try and keep Oakleaf. It is not worth it to keep Oakleaf in this situation, and it cost me a minute. For some reason, how have you been, Iki? There's a little time here. Oh right, I don't think I can upload this onto YouTube until tomorrow, can I? Nope. I think according to TOS or something. You can upload it once you finish. I thought there was something in the Twitch TOS about how you can't do that. Like you're not allowed to repurpose it for 24 hours or something. You can't hear it, but I'm getting frustrated. Yeah, that's fair. An icky. Ooh, that is not good to hear. Oh yeah. Just a fun fact. You can see Arachna, the fourth wizard. You can't actually find her. I think there's just an overarching condition for most maps, which is delete everything and you win the game. The Fangir loss condition only triggering the turn after makes me think that it would be possible where you could eliminate Arachna and Fangir in the same turn and it would be faster, and it would technically proc a win instead of handing you a loss. Uh, no, you actually can't find Arachna. Trust me, it's legitimately impossible. She's off underground in a corner of the map you cannot physically access. There is no way to spawn in. There is no Shadowland over there. Not that you could work with it in the first place. So here, Oz and I have done some work on this. Well, I don't think you're thinking of this one. Here I should have sold the Shrine of Nature immediately. I don't know why I went towards research. This is just a fuck up on my part. You're gifted, 6 or 7 units at the start. Um, Here, I haste the wrong units. I should have hasted the Tree Man and the Nymph because they've got the lowest move. Big mistake on my part. The first set of moves here are generally mapped out so that you can both get Marinus to ally with you and also kill what's her bucket, Carissa really quickly before she shows up in Kanan. I think she shows up. Actually, I don't know if Horn of Cash is technically canonically first. Um, like this level might be the best example of, oh, yeah, but Carissa's present in both. Um, Carissa is technically present in both, so I'm talking purely from a narrative perspective. Which one of these comes first? Optimizing mana is something I really need to look into. Here, Hasted Druid kind of goes down, um, which is really useful. And then, yeah, seeing the older version is trippy. Here, I just say screw it. I grab the unicorn and I go back and guard with Julia. There's definitely a faster line. Yeah, I fuck up this line. Here, freeze water. Thankfully, the gap is just wide enough that you're able to get across. Or just narrow enough that you can go wide and get across. Yeah, I don't entirely have the improvements committed to memory. You will see me move to a specific spot next turn. I've looked into the AI triggers on this map, and both of the bridges are if you do not pass this, the AI will not pass this. Which is really nice. Because it means you're good. Here, I sell that just to try and get rid of it. Shrine of Nature is just really annoying, if nothing else. I didn't need to click on that event, but I do anyways. So here, I just kind of move past that. Carissa has a huge army here, but she's hopelessly out of position, so it doesn't really matter. I go pick up some gold. It's just enough to get me past the 505 benchmark that I need there. Had I sold the Shrine of Nature already, that wouldn't have been an issue. And then this right here is probably the biggest break in the run. Is I get 5 units for free, just because. I don't really know. It's like there's just a chance that these are friendly. I'm not sure the strength of the camp. I think it's generally, I think it's weak, generally. It's either weak or average. It's not strong. If it were strong, it would be game breaking. Yeah, I don't think it can roll strong, basically. But they turned out to be refugees this time, which gives me 5 units, and I think leadership and bard skills, which is really busted. And here, I take advantage of Orc's really only weakness, which is a well-shown lack of mobility. And the AI does not like to separate its parties. Something that can be made note of here. Well, I mean, the AI splits its parties here, but that's not too big of a deal. Don't really need to go for that, but I do anyways. This part definitely has some downtime. Like here, I wait for like 30 seconds-ish just for the AI to finish moving. Because unfortunately it won't move as fast as it possibly can. This is the reason I play on simultaneous instead of classic. It's mostly if I fuck up on classic, it's so much worse. Because then you have to sit through all of those turns again. I get really lucky here. Like this start is lucky enough as it is. It gets even more so. In fact, I just decide to kill them immediately. This part isn't a mistake. But I would like to mention that there is, in fact, Oz and I came up with a routing change. You're going to see me take the overworld route to Carissa, not to Carissa, to Arachna. We now worked it out so that we take an underground route and utilize freeze water because we pick it up for level 2, which is Mount Abador. And from there, we just sort of go with it. If you get peace with, like, if you get war with Arachna, it's probably a reset, I'd say. Just because she has strong enough forces by now, she can generally mobilize under, because I think she's either a CPU Lord or a CPU King. I think she's a CPU Lord. Which, the AI difficulty in this game dictates their script, and more importantly how much they're able to cheat in terms of production per turn. Like if she were Emperor, if Carissa were Emperor, this strat would not be possible, I'm pretty sure. I go for this for some reason. Or no, I think I'm specifically sending this tree man out to check for Arachna. You need to interact with Arachna in IL. This would be a reset. Like, you need peace with, at minimum, Arachna and Arctica, I'd say. nowadays. Does that sound right, Oz? Um, the particular reason I think this is that oh yeah, this separate mistake. I can't remember if this was expressly a mistake or not. In hindsight, I think this was a mistake because I can just send the unicorn over to check Arctica. Um, the reason you want peace with Arctica is she's the most out of the way wizard. I don't. I mean, optimally you want it with an on, because it's faster. That's one less wizard to kill. If you can ally with Arctica, yeah, Arctica, Anon, and Marinus, you are good. You're just kind of set because that's three wizards you don't have to beat. Fangir just starts off allied with you and will stay allied. As far as I'm aware, I can't think of anything that he breaks. This is an ally win map. Yeah, Marinus sucks. He's terrible. Short king my ass. So here, I think I mess up the diplomacy. I messed this up about 3 times, and I don't. I really shouldn't have used the druid. I would have been much better off leaving the sheriff or even just a couple of the tier 2 units. I do sort of. I lose a vibe check here, I think. On general option button clicking, which is good. In the newer one, yeah, but I had also played the game recently in the new one. Yeah, I just get I get gut checked by the worm there. It's like in that situation, there's not a lot I can do. I'm just kind of screwed. I'm not gonna live against a tier 4 unit with a single druid unless I get really lucky on the auto battle. Tactical battle is like tactical combat is an option. I just don't use it. It's objectively slower. I really need to find a better way to do fast combat with specifically the hive, because what I'm using right now is really screwy. Um, I shouldn't be going for that. Here, I take the dragon hatchlings. Um, actually, if I take the mana here, this doesn't get world record. I think that's safe to say. Um, because I don't think I would have thought to trip Artico with a unicorn. Here I do get 2 dragon hatchlings. This is probably like the ultimate form of luck I get here. Is that Fangir? I think it would have had to be Fangir. Kills my infidels, which triggers the quest reward for me, and I get a set of units which I can move across the map so that I can check diplomacy with Arctica. The way I do this is a fuck up. I should have used Marinus. I don't know why I go for the watermill. Here, I think I'm still treating this as if it's a partial macro mission. It's not a partial macro mission. I'm also kind of just splitting parties where I don't really need to. I get lucky with the Great Worm going north. I think the AI just thought I was going to lose that battle against me, which I'm totally cool with. Here, I use this nymph to get across, and I abuse a really specific part of the map interaction in this game. That's a mistake. I don't think it cost me anything in the long run, but here I'm kind of just waiting. This right here is a mistake. The Yeti aggro's onto me, or not the Yeti, the troll aggro's onto me. Yeah, I get really lucky there. The troll just can't beat me. And this game really is so pretty for... Like, this game is so much prettier than it ever had any right to be for, like, a 2003 game. Here, I abuse a trick against the AI. You cannot move through a hex which an ally occupies, which I think is really ripe for exploitation. It's one of the things I really like about this game is you can kind of just break it if you even sort of know what you're doing. Basically what this means is I cut off Artica's route to go underground. The hero's going to run around once Arachna dies, but that's not really too big of a concern. And like she had just sent everything out, thankfully. So everything she has is above ground. She has, I think, a single black spider with her when I get down there. Here, I wind up hasting a couple of my slower units. I'm still on the fence about C-Spec 4. Like, it's one extra unit. I don't know if... I think that makes high roll runs faster. It just makes high roll runs a lot less consistent. Oh no, she just had a cannon with her. Never mind. Here I'm sort of just moving out. I'm going for both Anon and Antarctica because I need... Oh yeah, my RNG. This is probably one of the... It's like the first blessed Shadow Magic run to ever exist, which is fun. So there's another 12 minutes of this. Like, most of it is kind of just waiting around. Here, I'm really just trying to get there so I can kill Arachna. The AI is smart enough to know what me charging towards it means. It is not so smart as to do something to fix it. Like preemptively break alliance on attack. Or preemptive war declaration on attack. And then here, so what, I set that at like 33:17. Let's look. See how long this takes. 20 seconds. I build scouts for no good reason. 30 seconds. $40 seconds. I just do a really quick save, and then I declare war on Arachna. Dialogue trigger. They die. I really don't care if I lose this. I really should care if I lose this or not. In retrospect, the right move was to raise the city, or at the very least, force migrate it, so that I do not have to worry about anything happening. Because Phobius, I think Phobius winds up like 5 seconds away from taking this, if I remember correctly. I get lucky with the hero not attacking me. Anon takes peace. Or, no, Anon does not take peace. Anon chooses violence. Amon. Some green text. Some in 4chan. There is no Anon. There is no spoon. I think I only get offers for the ballista there, which aren't good. Alright. Okay, yeah, just hit me up with thoughts whenever. I'm quasi-free all weekend. I've got to take my car to get checked out tomorrow, and I'm busy in the morning, and I'm probably doing VC with a friend in the afternoon, but like, I'll certainly respond. I don't know why I go out of my way to pick up Elm. I just thought it would be fun, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to do something called being lazy. I'm going to double the speed on this because I can. Oh, look at that. He's playing at twice speed. Because this is a lot of dead time. At this point, I realize... Never mind. We're playing it at single speed because my internet is slow. Maybe. We'll give it another try. See if it can keep up. The quality seems to have gotten a little worse, which I guess is very true to the stream. Yeah, I think about going for Elm, and then I'm like, wait. Yeah, we're just gonna go back to normal speed. And that quality is bad. We go HD. There you go. I get yet another break, with that being a garrison. I'm really not sure how that happened. And a somehow even bigger break with the Titan being out of position, so I can block it from the bridge. He's coming to try and get this. I just swipe it from him. Yeah, he's got a few units there, but that's not too big of a deal. I start running this way because I think, okay, I can probably do something with this. Anon, I guess, just didn't have gas to attack me. Yeah, and then Arctica makes an alliance with me, and I win the game before she can change her mind, which is really nice. And then here, I just make an alliance with Marinus because I kind of didn't a while back. But yeah, for the most part, this map is kind of solved. This can be like a 15-minute map. So the ceiling for this right now might be like a 30-minute, which is really weird to think. I do wind up bringing the heroes up, or the hero up. Because why wouldn't you? I'm getting tired. I said I was going to draw Marcy tonight. I really gotta stop getting only into the creative process at like 9 p.m. When I was getting into the creative process at 7, that was fine. But nope, I've gotten lazy, as evidenced by the fact I've only drawn 3 things a month. So here, I don't really realize that it's me the game is waiting on. So it's sort of just an ah shit moment. Yeah. Amon cannot do anything with the Titan, which is, in my opinion, one of like the 3 strongest units in the game. And then I do want to get back into Twitch more. It's gonna be a bit awkward for May in particular. Because I do not. I'm going to be gone for the back like third of the month, and I'm definitely going to be doing like post travel. I don't feel like existing. Um, when I get home. Here, it's like that's static. Then I just I just bribe a Titan. I just casually bribe a tier 4 unit for way too little money. Um, which I really don't get how that happens. Think I think the scouts here probably do make a difference. Yeah, because there's what 6 scouts. Looks like here or something. Yep, there are 6 scouts that I get. These scouts don't do much in the map, and I think in a perfect run they aren't required. And then I just somehow get a Titan for 570 gold pieces, which I'm still puzzling over 2.5 months after the fact. I have no idea what goes into these goddamn recruitment gold costs. Because, like, the unicorns cost 60, the Glade Runner probably costs less, but it makes no sense. So yeah, you can see like the Cavaliers here. Um, I just kind of need, or no, I send a fairy because he doesn't have any ranged units in that stack. If he did, it probably would have cost me a couple minutes. In fact, it might have cost me the whole run if he had even one ranged unit there. Here, I just kind of have a better line to his capital, and more importantly, I'm more mobile than him. Yeah, I decide to guard on just about everything else. Or no, I try to move this. Out here. I'm not sure what Nartier is in this context. And I have been DC'd from chat. Okay, back. So, like, general thoughts for this are it could have been better. Um, yeah, I'm really not sure what I want to stream this month. I abandoned the lower move speed stuff just because I need to abandon the lower move speed stuff. There's no if, and, or buts about it. I'm also like completely content with staying at this number of followers forever. Nice. I just guard. And then here it's 2 turns. It might have taken a couple resets if I was forced to leave the air galley up. As a result of only having one druid, but I pick up a second one from the circus, and that just wins me the game harder. Or maybe I sell the wizard tower. Maybe just selling the wizard tower is a better option than migrating it. Here he starts moving aggressively for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, I see that and I'm like, oh god, this is make or break. In hindsight, not doing something with that is a misplay. What I should do is sell the wizard tower because I'm pretty sure it's just wizard tower 1. We can go back and look. Actually, we can't see it there. We can't see what Selgard has. But here, I'm pretty much ready. I've got 2 parties against his 1. Against his 9 units, including at the end of this I will have 3 tier 3s, a tier 4, and a level 6 or a level 7 hero who's pretty cracked against, well, that, however you'd like to call it. I get lucky with Phobius not moving early in this turn cycle. And I sort of just play out the hexes fine. Realistically, the right move was to not move the. You could argue this isn't really a misplay. I should have put the druid stack on the lower of the 2 hexes, and the Bormac group on the higher of the 2 hexes. There was just a small chance. It would have been like a couple seconds. If you want to get technical about the time, world record is really like here. We can frame count. It's like a couple seconds faster than it shows, but that's fine by me. I didn't really care. I was more interested in getting the world record. So it was technically a 46-12-91. I listed as a 46-14 because I really don't care that it's retimed or not. I don't really have. Well, there's no other run that's better. So. And from here. My general thoughts at the time of the run were how in the world did I pull this off? This was not really a good run, in my opinion, at the time. Because I knew it could be better. I was very mad because I was rusty coming into Shadow Magic. I think I practiced just a little bit off stream, if at all, during the Shadow Magic speedrun month. I'd like to do all campaigns. I might grind the game in June. I haven't decided. It's weird. Nowadays, I'd say I'm generally happier with this run and how it turned out now compared to how it was at the time, where I was conflicted. It was a really weird set of emotions, being a mixture of happy, angry, and quite confused. I've reflected on it a little bit. And I'm really happy with how this run turned out. I've worked over it with Oz, and there's still like 10 minutes of time saved probably when it comes to the actual run for Sanctuary Woods, which is Julia 3. If I had to guess, if everything went perfectly, I think you could save 10 minutes off of this. Like anywhere between 8 and 10. Not off this time right here, because Julia 1, you can save 2 minutes, and then Julia 2, you can save probably about 6 compared to this, I think. So you could get like a 2, a 12, and then maybe, I guess, if we're going off really flat numbers, a 27, which would require really insane RNG. And I'm not going to sit around and wait for that. I'm cool with these runs getting relatively optimized. I just don't know how much I'd really put into it, because this is at the end of the day like a hobby passion project. I'm not I'm really not sure where I want to go with streaming this year, because like I think if I do Celeste, I'm probably just gonna do that off stream. I have more fun doing it. I have more fun doing Celeste speedruns off stream. But when it comes to on stream antics, I don't know. I kind of just need another game to play. Like I could do Triangle Strategy New Game Plus, I guess, because I've got that sitting around. If I got a PS3 capture card, I could do something PS3 related. Like I could stream a playthrough of Dark Cloud. Because Nocturne's just kind of for me. Because I don't have, I think the spell is a stoma to prevent the low level enemies. And after having the most recent JRPG I completed, Persona 3, no random encounters. And then the JRPG I have been burning through more, not. I was very concerned that my computer got possessed there for a second. Where was I? Final Fantasy 12, also no random encounters. It's all overworld. Really nice. Play Final Fantasy 12 if you have an opportunity. Get the Zodiac Age. It's just massive quality of life, and by massive quality of life, I mean it has a speed up button, so you don't have to waste 10 hours grinding for stuff when you feel stuck and too lazy to get good like I did. True story, by the way. It was weird. Yeah, because I don't want to stream another playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. Because I need to look through Royal. One second. I can... actually, I don't want to pull up my backlog on stream. So what I'll do is I'll pull it up on my phone and see if there are... Other than the one thing, I think it would be really fun to stream. How many games have I finished this year, actually? Now that I'm looking at it. Because I finished 1v2 last year, right? No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games it looks like I've finished this year. Alright, watch Freeze AI. He makes good content. I wouldn't... streaming Guardian Signs is such a commitment. I don't know, maybe streaming Dark Cloud would be fun. Or, not Dark Cloud. Maybe streaming Radiant Dawn would make me hate the game less. Could stream Bowser's Fury. Yes. Maybe get to chapter. Maybe get through chapter 2 of Blue Lion's Maddening. But I think what I want to try is Shadow Magic No Production. I'll think about it, what I want to do. But for now, I think I'm gonna dodge. Have a good night. I will be back at time indeterminate. I'm making no promises because I do not keep a stream schedule because this is a hobby. But it was nice to see y'all. Iki, Oz, Paul, anyone who stops by to watch this VOD for some reason, whether you're skimming to the end or if you listen to the whole thing, thank you very much. I really need to add the Discord link here. Not that I ever use it, but I am pretty active on Discord. But have a good night. Peace.